So you had mentioned earlier about your Second Amendment views. North Dakota is now a open carry state?
Constitutional carry.
Constitutional carry.
Yeah.
So what? I know what it means, but please, I mean, I think I know what it means.
Well, we get a lot of questions on that too. So constitutional carry in North Dakota essentially says, and this law keeps changing, they keep tweaking it a little bit, but it used to be you had to be a resident of the state for a year, and then it was 30 days, and I believe now it's nothing. You just have to have I think a valid ID, and then obviously not be a felon. You have to declare it to law enforcement, but that's about it.
It can't be loaded though, right?
Yes, it absolutely can be loaded. What's the point of carrying an unloaded gun?
Wait, I thought the whole point...
Open carry, yeah, I thought you couldn't have it loaded, but I guess
you can't conceal it loaded if you don't have a concealed carry.
No, you sure
right?
can. You sure can conceal
What?
it, yes.
What? Wait.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't need my concealed carry permit in North Dakota?
I still recommend that people have their concealed carry permit, because a lot of times you'll travel out of state, and your habit becomes to have it on your side or in your car or whatever, and then you kind of forget about it.
Right.
Now you travel somewhere else who doesn't have, and most, I think the majority of states do have constitutional carry now, but there's several that don't. Now you wander into one of those, which Minnesota, I believe, is one of them.
Of course.
And you're doing something that's legal here, that's going to be a problem there. So I suggest that people do get their concealed carry, and that they make sure that concealed carry carries over to the states they're traveling into. My biggest problem is I don't stay as abreast of these laws as I probably should. Number one, because I feel so strongly that as long as you're not a felon, and I don't care. Basically, you're right. You're right. But as law enforcement officers, I think it was George W. made it so we could travel all over the country as long as we're either have a current, valid, or retired law enforcement ID. So,
did that just blow your mind? What? I didn't know that.
Yes. So basically, you carry concealed as long as you're legally able to do so,
right?
As not a felon or whatever. But if you do have contact with law enforcement officer, you're supposed to.
So when you say announce it,
yeah. Hey, just so you know, I'm.
And say firearm, right? Don't say gun. Yeah. That was something like I've heard those YouTube videos like, don't say I have a gun. He's like, oh, what?
But a lot of constitutionalists will. Although, obviously they appreciate the law, and you don't want to call it a new law because it's been around for a while, but appreciate the law, but they don't appreciate the fact that they should have to tell anyone that they're carrying. Right. And I get that. That's certainly a thing too. But no, there was a misnomer for a long time, and I think a lot of law enforcement is still arguing about this, but that you couldn't have one in the chamber. You could have a full magazine in the gun, but not one in the chamber. And that's, as far as I'm concerned, there's no language in there that says that. So that's incorrect. And not only that, is why would you carry a gun like that? Because the time it takes you to do this, you could be dead.
That's true. That's true. And I've always wondered that. People who don't carry one, even in the chamber, it's like, come on, what are you doing? It's like when you watch those movies, right, where the guy, it's like this scene, and the guy, he points his gun at another dude, and they're talking for a minute, and then he's like, no, he's like,
no,
you're like, oh, okay.
Rack the shotgun. That should already be loaded. Yeah.
It's like, what are you doing? You didn't have one in there.
And I want to touch on this if we're going to talk about constitutional carry, because a lot more people are carrying now because of it, and good for them, rightfully so. But, we have, and I'm not picking on the ladies because there's a lot of ladies out there that could kick my butt, but we have like a range night we do once a month for the ladies over at the Belfield range. And one of the first things I say to them is, okay, you're looking into, because a lot of them are new to firearms, and you're looking to have this to protect yourself or whatever. But if you don't think that you can pull the trigger when it matters, just don't have it. I mean, it's going to be a danger to you. It's going to be a hindrance to you. If you take that gun out and you're not willing to pull the trigger, which most people aren't, then that's fine. Don't even carry it, because it's going to become a weapon for somebody else real quick that way. So
What's cooler than that?
Well, keep it simple, stupid.